There's a new video streaming service geared to children that is faith-based. The creators of Mino say it counters some of the messages on some of the more popular video apps and services for kids. Mino's founder, Eric Goss, is here to tell us why he thinks it is needed. Eric, thank you so much for coming on the show. So you say Mino is needed to counter services like Disney+, Amazon, and Netflix. I thought, are these not family-friendly outlets?
Well, I think they're family-friendly. I think the key question is family-friendly to who? So when we talk to our customers and we talk to Christian parents, they're really struggling with sort of three major questions. The first is, how do I help my children grow up to know Jesus, and how can they grow in their faith? The second is, how can I protect them from a lot of the messages of mainstream culture, because so much of mainstream media is formed by mainstream culture that doesn't have a Christian worldview. And then the third is, how can I parent my children more effectively? And just what can we do to actually have a better family life in our efforts to follow Christ? And so when you look at the major platforms like Disney+, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple, none of these platforms really have Christian families and Christian kids in mind. And in most instances, you're talking about platforms that are really just more entertainment-based. And while they have a worldview and have a point of view about life, they're not necessarily being explicit with that. And so we really wanted to provide an alternative for Christian parents where they could be safe and recognize that when their kids are on, they're seeing shows that reflect their values, and they don't have to be hyper-vigilant.
Let's dig deeper on this very point. What is your goal for this service, especially when it comes to helping parents and kids navigate the media culture that you just talked about and the one that we have to live in today and navigate?
Yeah, well, I think most importantly, when we think about Minno, and Minno's name is actually rooted in John 15, where Jesus says, if you abide in me and I'll abide in you. And the idea here is, what can we do to really provide a platform that allows Christian families to abide in Christ and to experience Jesus every day? We really believe that God should be a part of our lives in sort of every aspect. And so a lot of how we look at our lives is informed by the stories that we watch or that we hear. And so what we really want to do is provide stories that can facilitate great conversations between parents and kids about faith and what it means to be a Christian. And so mainstream media at this point really doesn't have that as objective and doesn't really care about it. And there's really no place for Christian parents to go today to be able to find that type of help and that type of support. And so we really want to provide a platform where Christian kids can watch and not have to worry about what they're watching, and that parents can have shows that they can have conversations with their kids that help them, raise the next generation of Christians.
Eric, tell us about some of the programming. I know here at CBN News we have favorites. That's Gizmo, Chris, and Joy from Superbook. Do you have all the latest Superbook episodes?
So we have Superbook, we have VeggieTales. We actually have the largest selection of VeggieTales. So a lot of folks, actually today, you can't even find classic VeggieTales on the major platforms, but you can find them at Minno. We also have shows like Friends and Heroes, Allegories, Ryan DeFreitas, Buck Denver Asks What's in the Bible. And so all the top Christian children's programs you can find on Minno today.
Okay, terrific. One last question. Where can parents learn more?
So they can learn more about Minno at gominno.com. So that's our website. And then you can also look for the Minno app on the app platform of your choice.
Terrific. That is gominno.com. Eric, thank you so much for coming on the show, and congratulations on this new venture.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you having us.